What is going on, you guys? I hope you're all having a graceful day. So I just got out of work and I'm on my way home, but I have a special package waiting for me at my house. Hopefully that package will fix my issue with my car and I can finally start driving my car again. Hey, where's my package?
There you go, buddy.
You're lying.
Yes, sir.
You're lying. It says it was delivered.
No.
Buddy.
What was in there?
It's not in the front?
No. It's over there.
Where? It's all in the front?
Look over there, look. I see something there.
Oh, it is all over there. Look. $380 part, and they put it all the way in the front of my driveway. What a way to get it stolen. So now that I got my dirty clothes on, it's time to get to work. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know what this box has or what it contains, and basically it's what I've been having issues with my car. Supposedly, well, with the CV axle, what I read online is if you use an AutoZone or an O'Reilly CV axle, it tends to not be balanced correctly, so it tends to wobble at low speeds, which is what I'm having troubles. Well, what I'm having issues with in mine is it's vibrating between 20 to 30, usually like about 25. It starts vibrating at low speeds, so I ended up picking up an OEM one right here that's in this box. So let's get this open and let me show you guys what it looks like. Pretty sure you guys already know what it looks like because I already took out the last one. So we got a box inside of a box. I'm going to keep this box, right, this one, because this is the one that I'm going to be measuring with. What I kind of mean is because I do want to see if this one weighs a lot different than the one that's on the AutoZone one that I have on the car right now that I traded, that I swapped it out for. So I'm going to do kind of like a weight comparison to see if there's any weight difference. When this one got shipped, it says that it was 19 pounds, but I'm pretty sure it's not like 19 pounds because there's other stuff with it. Like I ordered another axle nut that's right here because I didn't know if this one was going to come with it, especially since I reused the other one on the other one. I don't want to reuse it again, so I bought another one. But yeah, I'm going to measure it out once we get the other one out and we get this one out right now. Also, if any of you guys are wondering where I picked this OEM CV axle from, it's from Sparks Toyota. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I got this a lot cheaper than the OEM place. If I would have gone, I went to the dealership and I went to go see how much it would cost to replace or to buy a new CV axle, and they were going to charge me about $500, which is pretty, about 480 or 500 bucks. But it was a pretty ridiculous price for another CV axle, an OEM CV axle. And I ran into this place online, the Sparks Toyota, like I mentioned, and I ended up picking this one up for $380 with 2-day shipping. So it's a lot cheaper, and it still is OEM. I guess they're like a bigger distributor of aftermarket, or not aftermarket parts, OEM parts, and since they have a lot more, they can sell it for a lot cheaper. So I will leave a link in the description, and this is not like a paid promotion or anything like that, but I'm just trying to help you guys out. If you guys are trying to get a cheaper CV axle than the dealership, definitely check out Sparks Toyota. They have a lot of cheap stuff, not just CV axles. They have pretty much a lot of OEM stuff that's pretty cheap. So this one is the axle nut. As you guys can tell, it's in there. I'm not going to be taking this one out because I know what it is. Look at this. Oh, I took it off. No. I wanted to show you guys this. Oh, right here. You might be able to see it a little bit. Made in Japan, boys. Right, let's see. Check this out. Let's check this OEM CV axle out. And I don't think I'll be installing this today because I don't have enough time to install it today. I might just get it all ready for when I install it tomorrow. So it's a good thing that I did order an axle nut because it doesn't come with it if you buy it from Sparks Toyota. But this is what the CV axle looks like, OEM. I'm gonna go get my OEM one that we took out and try to compare it and see if it actually is the same, because I know the AutoZone one that I bought is not exactly similar to this one. And good thing is that when I take out the AutoZone one, I'll compare it to this one and see what the difference is. And like I said, I'll also be weighing them out to see if there's any weight difference. So this is the original one that I took out from the TC, and if we were to compare them, both of them, they're pretty much identical. Look at that. Pretty identical. all the way down. I don't know why there's green marking here or here. Probably they just marked it, or who knows, I don't know. But still, I can tell this is truly OEM, because comparing it to the OEM one that I took out, it looks exactly the same, and the AutoZone one that I put in is not the same as this. Especially the side that goes on the transmission side is completely different. It's more like, I don't know, like more rounded. Also, oh yeah, I forgot. Now that I'm talking about the part of the transmission, let me show you guys something. So on the side of the transmission, it comes, you're supposed to put a bushing. So I went to the dealership, and that's the only thing that I bought on the dealership. I bought the bushing that goes inside the transmission. Well, not inside, but like the outer ring of the transmission. I ended up picking up this new bushing, which let me show you guys. So here's the new bushing that's going to go on the outer side of the transmission. It has all the paste that I guess that it has, new paste. So this one's going to go in here. This slides in there, and this sits on the transmission. So maybe what I'm thinking is maybe it could be that the old AutoZone transmission, this bushing is kind of bad, so it didn't hold it in place, so which may have caused it to vibrate. If not, I mean, I'm changing this one out, and we're placing an OEM one in there, which I think the OEM one is going to be a lot stronger anyways than the AutoZone one. So we're going to weigh this box. This just has a CV axle in here, so when we take out the other one, I'll replace the CV axle with the AutoZone one and put it in here, this exact same spot. That way we have an even measurement between both of them. So let's measure this one up. This is my scale right here. Beautiful sticker, guys. All right, let's see. It is 16.6 pounds, and I'm not holding it up, it's holding itself up, so it's 16.6 pounds. We'll see when we check out the other one. We'll compare and see how much the other one weighs. So I think all I'm going to do today, because I am going to be going to the gym in a little bit, and I mean the sun's not going to last that long, you know, for me to change the CV axle. All I want to do is I want to get the car ready, get it prepared for tomorrow, so I can swap it out early in the morning, hopefully get an alignment in the morning as well, if that fixes the issue. I'm hoping it does fix the issue, so I'm just going to take everything out, get it prepared, get it jacked up, so we can wake up early in the morning and get this done. So I was planning on trying to move the car right here like we did before when I changed the CV axle the first time, because I had to tie it to this pillar right here. But we did just recently put concrete right here. As you guys can tell, it's like a way different color. We put concrete here, and I mean, this is the only spot right here that's going to give the car shade all day long. The only thing that sucks is that the trees, there's always leaves that are falling down, and there's always like pigeons pooping right here. So I plan on putting a tarp right here. I'm going to call my dad first to see if it's okay to put a car on top of the concrete already, because it's already been like about 2 weeks since we poured this concrete. And if I do put it right here tomorrow in the morning, the sun starts over there, then it starts coming this way. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to stay out in the shade. I don't want to be out in the sun. So I'm going to call him right now, see if I can move the car over here already, get on top of this concrete, and hopefully have all the shade we need, because this is like the only spot right here where there's always constant shade. All we need is just to put like a tarp so no leaves get on the car or pigeon poop gets on there, because I mean, it's just the trees don't go like up to here, and I mean, there's a whole bunch of leaves that already land on the car. There's a lot of dirt and debris. I mean, it's just filthy. And I know, guys, my car is dirty. I haven't like moved it or anything like that in about a month, I think, or maybe about 3 weeks. I'm probably exaggerating, not a month. So hopefully I get to move the car over here. So I got the shade completely up, but I'm like 30 minutes away from going to the gym. So I'm just gonna move the car in for now and then head to the gym, and then we'll continue kind of getting the car ready for tomorrow. But I know it's not perfectly even centered, but I mean, it'll work. This car hasn't even been started in a while. Hopefully it starts up first try. So I got the TC under the shade, as you guys can tell, perfectly even with the shade. The shade isn't even, but the car is even with the shade. I didn't have any issues with the fender flares rubbing, which is a good sign, but I am going to be upgrading the wheels to 18-inch, so we might have issues later down the road. We might have to run a smaller sidewall, but overall, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking wide, so wide. Good morning. It's the following day. I ended up coming back home from the gym and I was pretty tired. So I didn't really want to continue working on this. I just wanted to get some rest, wake up super early, which is currently 5:30. I woke up at 5, but it took me a little while to get up. But I'm finally up. We're going to start hopefully dismantling the CV axle, hopefully replacing it with the OEM one, and fixing our problem today.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
I think this impact gun has been like the best investment I've ever made because it makes everything a lot easier. I definitely recommend you guys buy an impact. If you guys don't have one, it's gonna make things a lot easier. A lot noisier, but try my best not to damage this CV axle, the AutoZone CV axle, so that way I can return it and get my $70 back, because I mean $70 is $70, and I mean it does have warranty on it. So I'm just gonna tell them that it didn't end up working out. So I'm just gonna return it, hopefully get my money back. And I can put that towards the alignment, since the alignment is $80. So like I mentioned, I don't want to damage the CV axle that much like I did before. I had to engrave the other end of the CV axle where it connects to the transmission, and I had to use a pry bar to get inside the piece that I engraved, and I was able to push it out. But I ended up picking up these pry bars, so hopefully I'll be able to do it with that. If not, I am gonna have to do it exactly how I did it before, but we're gonna give it a try with the pry bars. Hopefully I can get this out a lot easier and a lot faster too. I'm trying to get this done by at least 7, because I think the shop does open at 7, so I can get an alignment. So I'm trying to hurry it up, but I'm also trying to do it correctly and right. I mean, we've made pretty much good progress already. I mean, basically we just have to take out the axle, and that's pretty much it.
It's made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
It stings the nostrils. In a good way.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
So this is going to be a lot harder than before because this one doesn't have the indentations that the other one has. Let me kind of show you guys what I mean. So this one's the OEM one. As you guys can tell, it had these grooves right here where this is at, and the other one, where the AutoZone one, it doesn't actually have it on there. So I'm pretty much going to have to take out the whole entire boot from that piece. That way I can kind of get the vice grip how I had it before and try and pull it out like that. Pretty much how I had it before. So I think I am going to have to screw this one up, and I probably won't be able to return it. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, as long as we get it out and we get the OEM one in, that's the only thing that's gonna make me happy right now, and especially if we get the problem solved. Look at that, all the grease. Hopefully maybe we can be able to put this back on, and hopefully we can salvage it. I cannot get this damn last piece out here. As you guys can tell, I already put the CV axle back on because I think I am gonna be taking it to a shop because I'm tired of this shit. Like I don't want to change my CV axle no more. I know how to do it, but just the last piece I get stuck in there's like so hard, so difficult to do it. And as you guys saw, my dad was trying to help me like do it, and as he was hitting it with the hammer, he chipped a piece of the transmission right here off, which kind of sucks, but good thing like it didn't go all the way through, so it's not like dripping or anything like that. But he did chip a piece off of there. But to make everything a lot easier, I am just gonna take it to a shop tomorrow. So for now, I'm just gonna put everything back on, and then tomorrow we'll head to the shop, leave the car there, and hopefully they can do it for me. To be totally honest with you guys, I sort of do feel kind of defeated that I couldn't change it out for my second time. I was able to change it out the first time, but I guess I just couldn't do it the second time. I don't know, I was just getting kind of frustrated, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I'm just going to be taken to a shop. The good thing is that at least I know I took the step or the initiative of at least trying to do it the first time, which I was able to do it. I was able to accomplish it. Maybe I couldn't do this one because it was kind of new. Maybe, I don't know, the one was worn out. Who knows? But I will be taking it to a shop hopefully later on today, or if not tomorrow. But we do gotta get the car loaded up into the trailer so we can trailer it there, because I didn't put the boot completely all the way into the CV axle where it connects to the transmission. This just completely loosed out because of the zip tie brace that it has on there is just too tight for me not to fit it over it. I am going to be trailering it over there. I'm not going to be driving it over there because then all the grease and all that's going to be coming out and it's going to be dirty on the bottom. And given that I do need to wash the bottom once it's all done, I'm going to take it to a car wash, get it all washed out because it's completely dirty in there, down there from all the grease from the first time. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get a little bit more greasy once we load it up onto the trailer. It's going to be spilling out a little bit, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully we get it fixed today or tomorrow, because I really want to start driving this car again. I kind of miss driving it. Feels kind of boring not driving it. Like pretty much like every single day when I come home from work, I'm like falling asleep behind the wheel because I don't know, it's just not a fun car. I don't have fun driving it. And with this thing, with the TC, I have so much fun driving it. Even though if it's an automatic, I have so much fun driving it. So I want to get it back on the road. I want to start driving it again and just enjoy what it is. It's the next day, and unfortunately, I guess I'm not going to be taking the car in the trailer. My dad said it is drivable. I mean, I kind of agree with them because since before the first CV axle that I replaced, it had a torn boot, but not at the place it's at right now, but it did have a torn boot. So I was still driving the car while I had a torn boot. But now this one, the whole boot is completely removed. Not completely, but just it's all pushed back from the zip tie, where it's zip tied to the end of the transmission towards all the way to the back. So, I mean, I don't think there'll be an issue. Hopefully there's not an issue. My dad's gonna be following me in the back. So we're gonna drop it off at the shop, and hopefully by the time we get back, they get it all done. So I started driving. I was already heading over there, and I forgot to put my license plate on. So I'm heading back home. I need to go put my license plate because I don't want to fix a ticket. So I just made it here to the shop. So now I'm gonna go drop it off. I already got an estimate. I had came here before just to kind of get an estimate from different places. So I mean, I know what I'm kind of which shop I wanted to go to. This shop is always really busy. There's always a lot of people, so I'm pretty sure they do a really good job. Hopefully they do a really good job, and this noise going from 20 to 30 miles per hour goes away. So I'm gonna drop off my car. Hopefully in the next clip I'll be picking it up and it'll be running good. So I just got the car. I haven't even gone for a drive yet. I'm just sitting in the car right now waiting for it to get cool in here because it's kind of hot. And I dropped off the car and the axle at 8 o'clock, and it's currently 3:42 in the afternoon. So it was pretty much like a 7-hour job. And I know they don't work on it straight through, especially in the shops like this. They work on it here and there. But on the paper it does say like if they work straight through it, it is a 2.5-hour job. So we're about to go for the first drive. Hopefully it doesn't vibrate. I told them to check once they replace the axle to take the car for a drive and make sure that it doesn't vibrate before they do the alignment, because I don't want to pay for the alignment even if it still vibrates, because I mean I'll be wasting $80 right there. So I'm guessing it works now. I mean, I haven't tested it for myself, but we're about to go test it, so let's go. So excited, I can drive my car again. It does need a wash though. All right, here we go. We're hitting the streets. Yes, we're at 30 miles per hour right now, and I did not feel it vibrate. I'm so happy right now. I am so freaking happy. We're back with the TC, boys. Let me give it a couple more. Slow down, then I'm gonna give it some gas again. All right, let's see. We are at 15 miles per hour. Heck yeah, I don't feel it. So I'm pretty sure it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Yes. So I originally did have, oh damn, this is like vibrating like crazy. It's a bumpy road. So I did have issues originally going 60 to 70 miles per hour. So we're gonna check that once I hit the freeway. Hopefully it doesn't vibrate again during those speed time frames. But let me see again, 20 to 30. 20 to 30, I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. So we're good with that. I can finally step on my car again. Heck yeah, I freaking miss this car. I haven't stepped on it for a while since the CV axle was acting funny. I didn't want to push it or stress it out any more than what it already was. But now that it's fixed, oh! So I'm about to get to 60. 65, 70, and no vibrations. No vibrations at all. So I am super duper happy that the car is finally running. So I just got home, and this, I want to show you guys the difference between these two pieces. These are the ones that go inside the transmission, and then it's the rest of the axle. So this one is the OEM one, the one that I originally pulled out of the car, and then this one is the AutoZone one that they just took out. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of differences. I mean, this one is a little bit shorter. If you guys are able to tell right here, the AutoZone one looks a little bit shorter, so this one needs to be raised up a bit. But I mean, probably the length of the axle compensates for the lack of length from this. Something else that I noticed is from the top, look how more girthier it is up here than this AutoZone one right here. I mean, just overall the OEM one looks a lot better than the AutoZone one. And as I was talking to you guys about these grooves right here, The OEM one has these grooves where you can fit the crowbar and you can wedge it out. This one has no grooves at all. So it made this one, pulling this one out a lot harder than normal. I even made a hole right here, look at that. I made a hole to try to fit like a screwdriver in there and just pull it out, but it just wasn't budging. So, I mean, the shop got it done, and they got it done correctly, because I mean, the car is not vibrating anymore from 20 to 30, usually between 25, so we're perfectly good right there. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna measure it out. I'm gonna put the AutoZone one in here, and we're gonna measure this whole entire axle out and compare it to this one. Alright, here we go, boys. And this is a 15.2 pounds. There's a huge difference, pretty much a whole pound difference, because 15.2 to a 16.6, that's like over, that's a little bit over than a pound. So I mean, as you guys can tell, I mean, maybe that's what was the issue, that this one was unbalanced and the other one was actually balanced. Also, it might be that we changed the inner bushing from the transmission tunnel, not transmission tunnel, out of the transmission where the axle sits inside. We changed that out too, so everything was practically new. So that, I'm pretty sure that kind of helped out too. But I mean, like, I wanted to compare and show you guys that the AutoZone one is a lot lighter than the OEM one, so that could have been the issue with the CV axle with the AutoZone one originally. So I think that's where I'm gonna end today's video, guys. I kind of just wanted to compare the AutoZone one to the OEM one. As you guys can tell, the AutoZone one was a lot cheaper, $70 compared to the OEM one, which I got for $380, which was a steal. If you were to get it at the dealership, it would be a lot more expensive. But if you guys use that link, Toyota Sparks, if you guys have a Toyota Silent TC or anything like that, definitely check that website out. You can find a lot of OEM parts that are a lot cheaper than the dealership. But I mean, comparing the $70 to $380, there's a big, huge difference. I mean, it's a lot cheaper, but look at what came with buying a cheap CV axle. I mean, I had problems going 20 to 30. The car was vibrating, which is no good at all. You know, it's always gonna, you know, it's gonna drive you nuts. It's gonna definitely drive you nuts. And I mean, I didn't drive my car for a couple, 3 weeks just because of that issue. So I would definitely go with an OEM part, if not an aftermarket part, that's actually a reputable source, not just something that's local. So definitely check out Toyota Sparks or Sparks Toyota if you guys are looking for OEM stuff for Toyotas or Scions. But I mean, that's where I'm going to end today's video, guys. We finally got the Scion TC working again, and I can finally start driving it again and having fun with that car and actually start modding it again. Look forward to the exhaust videos coming pretty soon, especially the headers and all that stuff that can be basically bolted on. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Your guys' support really, truly does mean a lot, and you guys push me every single day to better the content for me to bring to you guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Whether if you've been subscribed for a long time, if you're barely subscribing, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out and embrace yourself.